1974, Pierre Carsmakers won it on a Yamaha. Who's going to win here tonight? We're getting ready to drop the gate on the main event. Davey Millsaps and Ryan Dungey won the heat races. Maybe a main event win in the cards for them tonight, Aaron.
Wouldn't that be nice? Well, Davey Millsaps is fired up after winning his heat race, but he said that was only 8 laps. The main event is 20 laps, and he's not sure if he's got that in him. So he's going to give it his best effort in between the heat race and the main event. He did go back, he iced it, he elevated it. He said if he gets through it, it's going to be on sheer adrenaline.
Well, that right elbow, he mentioned that it tightened up and that he actually lost some of the feeling in his right arm. That's the throttle hand. So I guess if you can just take that throttle, put it to the lock, if you can manage to ride that thing wide open for 20 laps, you'll be all right.
This will be the 44th time we've dropped the gate here in Houston. There is Chad Reed. He has never finished outside the top 3. Has 2 wins here, 4 seconds, and a 3rd.
Yeah, and no podiums this year, though.
That's right, but remember, he only raced halfway into Phoenix, which was round 2.
Hey, he's back, though, and he's fired up. Let's see if he can get it on the box here in Houston.
Here we go. 5 to go to the championship as we get set to drop the gate. Who's going to get to the whole shot? Is it going to be Villapoto? Yes. Where's Dungey? He was second. Now he's 3rd. He's got Josh Hill in between him and his title rival, Villapoto.
Boy, is it time for the championship push here. We've got all the top 3 riders in points. The top 3 off to start here in the main event.
And Wyndham is 4th. And here comes Reed. Villapoto really struggled in his heat race, but boy, did he get shot out of a cannon for the start of the main.
What a start here. That was my question, was can Villapoto rebound after a fairly disappointing heat race and come out for the main event? And I'm telling you, Villapoto is fired up. This guy is a gamer. When the pressure is on, he knows how to get it done. And no better way in Supercross than to nail the whole shot.
Nick Way is up to 5th. Reed is back to 11th. Watch Dungey now as he loses a position to Wyndham. And Wyndham, who was quickest this night, going after Hill now.
Yeah, remember when in the lap times in the heats, it was Kevin Wyndham that had the fastest with a 46.6. As we come around the finish line next time around, I'll let you know what sort of pace these riders are at now. But Wyndham is all over Josh Hill.
Taking a look on the outside, there's Dungey.
And how about that start for Nick Way just at the top of your screen.
Here comes Kevin. Wyndham through the whoops, got him. That's where he was making all of his speed earlier today, was through the whoops, and he hasn't forgotten that line, Jeff.
I'm telling you, let's see. He's been quite a bit faster than Villapoto, about a second faster. So we'll see what Kevin told us about his kids wanting Daddy to bring home a win for him. If he can do that here in Houston, kind of a hometown, local race for Kevin with, over 50 tickets for family and friends here just for this one event.
And Aaron, Kevin Wyndham knows how to win here in Houston, did so in 2008.
He most definitely does, and this crowd is fired up for Kevin Wyndham to come out here and take a win. Jeff, you just mentioned he gave out over 60 tickets to close family and friends, but all day long his mechanic Brian Coleman has been making some adjustments to the bike setup, some suspension, softening it up, dialing it in and fine-tuning just to Kevin Wyndham's liking.
Well, and the reason they're going to soften that bike up is to increase the traction. Not a lot of sections where the suspension's really bottoming out, so they certainly have it dialed in. We'll see if he can use that to catch Villapoto and get to the win. But for the championship contention here with Dungey setting in 4th, Villapoto out front, it's going to be a pretty big, points gap here for Villapoto if if they finished as they are. But my feeling is the number 5 is going to really pour it on here.
He's going to have to get around Hill. He cannot afford to give up any more points than he has to.
Well, Josh Hill, he's had a tough run here the last month or so, but this is the type of start that he... Oh, there's a
wow, did you see Dungey ride that front wheel into that corner? That could have been disastrous, Jeff, and now he really closes in on Hill. Reed, by the way, up to 10th.
Not the start that Reed wanted, that's for sure, but here we see Dungey, who was the fastest qualifier earlier today, really having some problems. Get past Hill. Hill missed that triple on.
And I'll tell you what, Tedesco is closing in on Dungey, and Ivan was very strong in his heat race earlier tonight.
Wow, well, look at the gap now between Wyndham and Hill. It's a little over 3 seconds just in a couple of laps. And this is really tightened it up for Dungey here. He has to take a look over his shoulder. He sees a charging Ivan Tedesco.
Jeff, he cannot allow Tedesco to get around him.
No,
he has got to get past Hill in a hurry.
Well, yeah, that's the pressure's on here as he's tried to make his way so desperately past the 75 of Josh Hill. But Hill really has held his own.
Well, Hill's gotten stronger and stronger as his health has gotten better and better over the last few weeks. Had those issues with his ribs and all that he was going through. Oh, that might be the opening right there. Hill gave the gap to Dungey. Can Ryan capitalize? Hill takes him high. Wow, what a strong move by Hill. And Tedesco's right there. 3 wide as we go down across that straightaway. And Tedesco slides inside of Dungey. And more points vaporize in front of Dungey.
Wow, this could be devastating. Dungey has got to regroup mentally here. He was trying to be cautious. Hill makes a mistake.
And Dungey capitalizes. Back he comes. Oh, boy. Dungey now, as they run right now, is 14 points in front of Villopoto.
But this is not at all what you want if you're the points leader. He's got a nice 21-point lead over Villopoto, but just out there bar banging like this is not quite.
And Jeff, just a quarter before that, it was down to 12 points. That's the difference every position makes.
There they are as they run. It's a 14-point difference, so that's a pretty good game for Villopoto, but Dungey has shown that he is fast and he is strong for a full 20 laps. Okay, so let's see if he can make any ground on Tedesco.
Here we go, fight for 7. That's the 27 of Nick Way, the 18 of Millsaps, and the 22 of Chad Reed.
What a great start here for the 27 of Nick Way. Right now, Way running at about a 49 flat lap time. Leaders running a 47.6.
6th place, the best effort for Nick Way this year. 7th is the best he's had so far at Daytona and Toronto.
And I've said it before, I think the time that Nick Way spent on the factory Monster Energy Kawasaki, and now he's gone back to his own, support team with the Tylube team, I think it's did him some good. He's been better since he came back.
Well, they suffered some mechanical issues today, and they have worked very hard to get Nick out there as Davey Millsaps takes 6th place away from it. Now Reed's going to try to do the same thing to his Kawasaki stablemate. There's Reed on the 22. Remember, Chad has never finished outside of the top 3 here in Houston. This is a fight for 7th right now.
He's gonna have to put together 11 of his very best laps if he wants to finish on the podium here and keep that streak alive, because right now he's running in 8th place behind Nick Way.
Drag comes. Oh man, going after it is Reed, and he's got him up to 7th.
Interesting there, the mechanics work together. As Way's ridden for both teams, the Tylube and the factory team.
Here we go, fight for 3rd. Ivan Tedesco, the Valley Motorsports Yamaha, blue number 9. We see Rockstar Makita Suzuki, sorry Jeff, number 5, Ryan Dungey, giving chase.
You see just how cautious Dungey is in this race here. He's been very patient. There, things got a little bit ugly for him. He lost some positions. Now he's worked his way past Hill, but has not been able to take the position over Tedesco, who right now, Tedesco's running at a 48.6 last lap around. Dungey tonight has been a second or so quicker than that, but I tell you, this is going to be 2 more points if Dungey can get up into 3rd place, but Tedesco is definitely not giving it up.
And for Ivan, this would be his 2nd podium finish of the year to go along with a 3rd in San Diego's Qualcomm Stadium.
See the track starting to really go away on the riders. It's some ruts starting to form, but it's also this dirt has loosened up quite a bit. You see some